Welcome.
What's
Hi,
up,
Internet.
everybody?
How y'all doing today? Your almost 30th birthday.
Doing good.
Welcome to the Internet Screwcast. I am your host, Mr. Mac. Next to me is my other host, Mr. Kenny. Next to Mr. Kenny is our other host, Mr. Arsenio. Underneath Mr. Arsenio is our other host, the wrestling rage baiter himself, Kyrie. On
What's up,
Kyrie's
everybody?
left is our other host, the phenomenal catalyst of wrestling, Mr. Dennis. Dennis's left, our last but most certainly not least host, Miss Marie. So, folks, it is a big week in the wrestling world. Well, particularly in one company, because we are blessed in this day and age as wrestling fans, because not only do we have WrestleMania, we also now have another big wrestling show during the year. And I'm not talking about SummerSlam. I'm talking about All In.
Yeah.
All In. All In
Let's go.
is this, well, it's Sunday. So 7 days from today will be AEW's rendition of WrestleMania, All In. So to kind of prematurely celebrate that a little bit, because it's a big week. This is, we here as wrestling fans, we try not to, at least us, we try not to stick to one company. We try and celebrate wrestling as a whole.
Of course.
So this is basically the second WrestleMania for us. So we're gonna talk about our 5 favorite matches in history today, because there have been 4 all-ins in previous years, I believe.
Technically, it's 4, but the first All-In wasn't really a AEW show. It was more of a Ring of Honor type. It was more of a super indie type show.
Yep. A lot of people forgot about that one.
Well, we'll count it.
Yeah, we can count it if you want.
Yeah. Very good show, by the way.
Not All In, there is no AEW.
actually
So
watch
thank
it.
you, Dave Meltzer.
Yep.
One of the
Yep.
few good things you actually done.
So, without further ado, why don't we just segue right into it? So, how we're gonna do this is, I'm gonna ask the question first off, and then I'm gonna pass it off to Mr. Kenny, and we're just gonna go on in a clockwise circle. And by the time we get back up to me, we'll move numbers, and we'll just keep going down the list until we get to 1. But first, I know I'll have some honorable mentions. So I know I did, because there have been a lot of fun. This was a hard list. This was a very hard to do. There have been a lot of fun matches.
Really has.
So without further ado, we're gonna start with Mr. Kenny. Honorable mention, sir.
All right, my first honorable mention is Darby and Sting versus Christian and Swerve in a casket match at All Out 2023. You know that, first off, freaking them being on the same street as Jack the Ripper with Joker Sting. And you hear Sting like, nah, it's not just any time, it's showtime. And next thing you know, you hear Metallica play. Like that was just aura just right off the bat. And the match was freaking crazy. It was crazy as well. Sting in his early 60s just doing crazy stuff that you never thought he would do. And then Swerve, and then honestly, if you really think about it, this was the match that really pushed Swerve Strickland. Because he talked about a lot of times how that coffin match changed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be the.
Strickland.
I'll actually do. And if I have to say another one, I'll say the women's casino gauntlet.
Why don't you just run through all of your honorable mentions real quick, and then we'll
I'll just do those two. Just the casket match and then the women's casino gauntlet.
Okay.
All right. So, my honorable mentions, I got a lot. Like you said, All In
Grab a chair, everybody.
had produced some amazing matches. So, my first honorable mention would be the Golden Elite, which was Kenny, Hangman, and Kota Ibushi. No, not that one. It was the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi from. Oh my God, there she goes. I started this week. Anyway, like I was saying, I was really interrupted. The Golden Elite with the Young Bucks and Ibushi versus Ray Phoenix, Ray Mysterio, and Bandino from All In, the first ever All In. That was the main event, if I'm not mistaken. A very great match. My second honorable mention will be the House of Black versus the Acclaim for the trios titles. Very good match also. My third honorable mention would be the Elite, which was Hangman, Kenny, and Ibushi versus Bullet Club Gold and Kenosha Takeshita. Then after that one, I got Sting and Darby versus Swerve and Christian in the casket match. And then I got the Blackpool Comeback Club versus Best Friends. And that, I think it was like a street fight or something. I can't remember. But that match was insane. And then I got Jack Perry and Darby Allin for the TNT title.
Nice.
So those are my honorable mentions. Mr. Kyrie, what you got?
Okay. For my first honorable mention, I have Toni Storm and Mariah May for the AEW Women's Championship at All In 2023. I mean 2024. I'm sorry.
It's an honorable mention.
Trust me. When you hear my list, you're gonna see why I had to put an honorable mentions category. But basically, like for those of y'all that don't know the story, it was like basically it was more than just like them having a championship match. It felt like a violent breakup. Like Mariah entered AEW as Toni Storm's biggest admirer. Toni barely acknowledged her. Eventually, Mariah earned her trust, and then she won the Owen Hart Cup. And then she ended up brutalizing Toni, beating the snot out of her, bloodying her, everything. And then let me backtrack a little bit for those that don't know. When you win the Owen Hart Cup, you win a shot at the AEW Women's Championship, which was held by Toni Storm at the time. And Toni used her own shoe against her. And then I just have to say the match was a 5-star banger, but the closing point of the match, Toni Storm had her dead to rights, could have gotten her revenge on her, but she didn't do it, and Mariah didn't hesitate. 2 knee strikes, Storm 0, that was it. And she became the AEW Women's Champion. And this was just like the beginning of one of the greatest rivalries in women's wrestling, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My second honorable mention is Kenny Omega versus Penta. Back then, going as Pentagon Jr. at the original All In event that started all.
Yes.
All In 2018. Like, what can I say? You put Kenny Omega and Penta in the ring together, magic happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Yup.
Amazing match.
Like, there's not enough I can say about that match. High risk offense. They traded strikes, counters, V triggers. Penta delivered a package pile driver on the apron, and he attacked Kenny Omega's arm with another, and then he did another package pile driver, I believe. I'm trying to remember the match in my head.
He
And
did a
then
lot in that match.
we thought Kenny Omega was going to lose. He got back up, V trigger, one winged angel. Kenny Omega wins. And then the best part came at the end of the match. Somebody dressed like Penta attacked Kenny Omega. The skies came off, and it was Chris Jericho. And that was just one more surprise.
Mhm.
And that's my second honorable mention.
Whose turn?
Oh,
But I turn this over to the phenomenal Catalyst.
all right. My honorable mention are first is Sting and Darby versus Swerve and Christian in a custom match. Next one, I had to put it down here because it was better ones. Jericho versus Osprey. Next is not Jack Perry, but Scapegoat Jack Perry from New Japan on back over here versus Darby for TNT Championship.
Oh yeah.
Then we had got um this TNT Championship is after Adam Cole had to relinquish the title. So we have the Ring of Honor Tag Champs and Dusty Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Dusty versus Sammy versus Garcia versus Fletcher. Where Dusty got his moment, finally, single championship. Next is Okada versus Kenny in the AEW Unification match. And my final one is the Hurt Syndicate versus the Patriarchy versus Jet Speed, yeah. Moving on to Marie, you're up now.
Okay, so my honorable mentions from All In. One of them is from All In 2023, and it's the Bullet Club with Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Takeshita, with the of course the Gun Austin and Colton Gunn, the Don Callis versus the Golden Elite with Hangman, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi. One of my favorite matches, that trios match.
Yeah, that was good.
That's one of my favorite matches from All in 2023. And another one that I really want to mention, I have two more that I want to mention, is of course Darby Allin and Sting versus Swerve and Christian Cage. Definitely a classic. And let's not forget the Stampede Stadium match. Oh
yeah.
my gosh. That, when you want to talk about chaotic and All in 2023, chaotic. You talk about Penta, Eddie Kingston, the Bullet Club, John Moxley, Claudio. That match was pure chaos.
Yes, it was.
Pure chaos. Shout out to Orange Cassidy though in this match too. That match was fucking pure chaos. Pure chaos. Those are my honorable mentions. Yeah. I'm done.
Got some cool honorable mentions here. My honorable mentions are more this is kind of personal fun favorites because they're like I said, this list is hard to make. There's been a lot of bangers at All
Right.
In. So honorable mention number one was the four-way trios ladder match from All In 2024. This is fun.
Oh, yeah, that was really fun.
That was fun. That was really
fun.
fun.
I really enjoyed that
was
one.
really fun.
It's a different gem. And Pac getting huge moment, his moment, Wembley was also really cool to see.
Yeah.
It's always cool to see a wrestler have their moment in their hometown
Yeah.
or like country. Number two, Man versus Moxley at All In last year. And the reason this is not in my top 5 is because it was a Texas death match.
Mm-hmm.
When I rank something, I look at how good a wrestling match it is. So
Fair enough.
it was still a beautiful match. It was still awesome. Darby Allin cutting a promo from the top of Mount Everest. Like, it was still awesome, but because of what it was, it's just didn't quite get there onto that list. Next up, I'm gonna put my last 2 honorable mentions together. It is the 2 casino gauntlets from last year. I very much enjoyed them. The right people won at the time. What happened next was definitely, at least for one of them, was definitely not the right way, but that's neither here nor there. The casino is just fun. It's AEW's Money in the Bank, and I very much enjoy Money in the Bank, so I very much enjoy the casino gauntlet. So, with that being said, we're going to move on to our actual lists at this point. So, Mr. Kenny, start us off with your number 5, sir.
My number 5 was already mentioned, and that was the Stadium Stampede match. Penta, Eddie, and the Best Friends going against BCC, Santana and Ortiz. That was a really, and we also got to talk about the other reason why it was good. That was around the same week Terry Funk passed.
May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Terry Funk. And then
And Bray
I
Wyatt.
know, and then rest in
After-
peace, Bray Wyatt, because it was during the same week. But remember the tribute show WWE did when they said they were going to do a Terry Funk hardcore match, and all they did was just have like a couple candlesticks, a chair, and and somebody went to a table.
Yep.
And then you see this match, and this was more of the Terry Funk hardcore. Everybody's just trying to kill each other type thing. You know?
Pure chaos.
Pure chaos.
Bro,
Yeah.
Penta started the match in one fit and then ended the match in a whole nother fit.
Goat.
Right? How much time did he have to change costumes?
Bro, he had a power. He was out for a while. If you watch that match, he was out for a while.
That's wild.
Also, shout out
That's
Simon
why.
Miller because he was actually in that scene when they were throwing the bottles at each other.
Yeah.
And wasn't that the last time Santana and Ortiz tagged together?
Ah, man. I miss that. I miss Proud and Powerful. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, my number 5, I kind of want to switch. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna switch it. So I'm gonna go with Hangman and Mox for my number 5 with the Texas Death Match at All In. I'm gonna go with that one as my number 5 match.
All right.
I'm up next. My number 5 is MJF versus Adam Cole at All In 2023.
Oh.
Yep.
I have that at a
We're not going to a winner in fucking Wembley.
And
I have that
just
number.
to give a brief summary, MJF and Adam Cole, they went from hesitant partners to genuine friends, but their friendship was tested when Cole challenged them for the AEW World Championship at Wembley Stadium. And match was filled with moments, including one great moment I love from Roddy Strong. And they both had opportunities to cheat and betray each other, but they wouldn't do it. They couldn't go through with it. MJF retained, and it was important because it was AEW's first Wembley Stadium event, the first stadium show period. And it ended with one of the company's most emotional flagship stories, friendship stories.
Didn't they have a tag team match that
Yep,
same night?
they did.
It was on the
Earlier in the
pre-show
night.
against, ironically, Aussie Open.
It was
Yep.
zero. It was 0 hour. It was during the
Yeah.
0 hour.
Mhm.
It was during the 0 hour.
Which is crazy.
Also, the
Aussie
same
Open.
0 hour where Jack Perry said "real glass." If you know,
Nah,
you know.
0. Yeah, that 0 hour match is also one of my honorable mentions. So yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest domino effects in wrestling history.
Yeah.
This is true. A hill to die on. And MJF and Adam Cole, that was a the whole story that they did was fun too. Like their segments together have really good on-screen chemistry together. So their segments were really funny. Like when they were trying to advertise forever. And Adam Cole invited MJF over to play video games.
Oh, good.
On it was Dynamite. Or when they went to the gym together, the one episode they went to the bar together. It was fun. That was definitely that's how you do, in my personal, and that is a top 5 story in AEW history. That's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
What you think, Mr. Dennis? For 5 at
My number 5 is also Adam Cole versus MJF, and the iconic part of this match is Roddy warned Adam Cole not to trust MJF, and this is an ongoing, throughout the months later, where Roddy helped distract MJF. He even gave Adam Cole, like Mr. Raisbater said, the cheat, and they in this battle of friendship where they don't wanna do all that to turn on each other like that. We even got after distraction from Roddy, we got the Panama Sunrise, and that man hit and that man dropped the knee and kicked him back his head. MJF still kicked out of that. The match eventually ended in a double pin, and like Max said, we're not we're going to go until we have a freaking winner in Wembley. Normally MJF would have just walked away saying, "I got my win, got my paycheck, I'm out here." But MJF was a man of his word, and we had that having a banger. And this also leads to the double character. I'm Cole being mastermind of the faction. Long term storytelling right there. Yep, was my. What about you, Marie?
Okay, number 5. As much as I want to say Adam Cole and MJF all in 2023, I'm gonna have to go Kenny Omega versus Okada at All In Texas 2025. Me personally, I put this at number 5 because it's not only this rivalry goes way back to New Japan. They like when you talk about Kenny Omega and Okada back in New Japan, they were putting on bangers. And not only with this month with All In 2025 their match, this was the unification of the International Championship and the Continental Championship, which was like a 30-minute match. I have to say, not only one of my favorite moments was what really cool. What's really cool about this is like the fact that freaking two. Kenny Omega had to hit two rainmakers to put down Okada. I think it was no wait, was it Okada? Wait, hold up, wait, hold on. Let me look at my notes. No, okay, yeah, it was two. Yeah, Okada hit two rainmakers on Kenny Omega, which was like, wait, what? Classic. Those two know how to put on a classic. When it comes to Okada, if you want to talk about classic, Kenny Omega and Okada go way, 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 way back. And of course, Don Callis, of course, get involved, causing real heel heat, which is we all know Don Callis. He causes a lot of heat during matches. So yeah, I put Okada and Kenny Omega at 5, All In 2025. One of my favorite matches. I could watch that all day.
In my personal opinion, I think that was the weaker of the Okada Omega matches, but
yeah,
it's a lot of. But they had too many good matches in New Japan for it.
They really did.
Yeah, it's like to count.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
Yeah, I agree.
Dominion
I agree.
2018. Dominion 2018.
Yeah, I definitely agree because I've seen all the Okada versus Omega matches from the Tokyo Dome all the way to AEW. Like Race Vader said, I believe this is one of like the weaker matches because in New Japan, their matches. I'm not gonna say Kenny Omega got a bad match for AEW was Okada, but the New Japan matches was great. Great in Tokyo Dome. I prefer those. But what do you think, Mac?
All right.
What
So the year is 2025. The match that has landed itself on my number 5 is Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I could say.
This, in my personal opinion, was a top tier match. The stakes were there. The Young Bucks losing their MVP status, or Swerve and Will not being able to wrestle for the world title anymore. The match was fun. All 4 wrestlers showed up and showed out, and the right people won. Swerve and Ospreay won. And then everything came after with the Young Bucks losing their status, and everything they did was just golden. From them not doing the entrances for them to the locker room being in the janitor's closets. They really knew how to make that work.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it did.
There is one part you are forgetting about that match. They have it in the beginning. Ain't nobody loves me better. Makes me happy. Nah, then they had JoJo sing that Shaka Khan. That was like, I don't know, it just felt like a ripple effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of these All In shows. If any of our viewers watched an AEW show, All In would most definitely be your first, because it's a spectacle.
It really is.
And they do all that. They don't just do it for All In. They do it for all the shows. AEW, we call it the special. We call it SEW, special entrance wrestling. But really know how to. They know how to make a normal pay-per-view into a show.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to number 4. So, Mr. Ken, you got for your number 4?
Tony versus Mercedes.
Okay.
Fantastic match. And the right person won.
Tony versus Mercedes at All In last year.
Yep.
That was a good match.
It's top tier. Two of the best women's wrestlers on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Especially, oh yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Showing why they're two of the best women's wrestlers on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Very good match.
And the build was really good. I love when the end when at their last segment, Tony basically told her, "Eat shit, bitch." I was like, "Damn."
It's this match was definitely one of, if not, there could be made an argument that this is the greatest women's match of the past decade. At least the 2020s. Mr. Arsenio, what's your number 4, sir?
I'm number 4. Swerve and Osprey versus the Bucks. That's my number 4. Like I said, that match was just amazing. I was in awe the whole match, like for real. Everybody came in and just showed out the whole time. Everybody showed out the entire match.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number 4.
Show up, show out. That's what fans.
Yeah, and because of Osprey and Swerve winning that match, my Billy Goat has a shot for the AEW title Sunday. I can't wait for that match. I cannot wait. That match is gonna be insane. Osprey versus Omega.
Right.
Oh, they never disappoint. So yeah, I'm ready.
Oh yeah.
What time is
Oh,
All
yeah.
In?
Early.
Yeah, early.
All in starts at 1 p.m. EST.
Yep, because they're in the UK.
I'm gonna be at work, so I'm gonna have to go to lunch around 1ish. I'm gonna have to go to lunch around 1. So yeah. Just
Sorry, we're planning our personal life around All In on the internet, guys.
I already know what I'm gonna do.
Right.
But yeah. What do you think, Harry?
Okay, so my number 4 is also Swerve and Osprey versus Young Buck, because like you guys have said before, the story of the Bucks losing their EVP positions while Swerve and Osprey risk losing their world championship opportunities for an entire year. It was a high stakes match, and like Arsenio said, match was just amazing, crazy. It was fast paced, had a lot of super kicks, a lot of aerial offense, and like that spot where they hit where they did dueling Canadian destroyers, like that was crazy. Like that was a crazy sequence. And then the ending, Swerve and Osprey winning with the house call and hidden blade, it was crazy. Like that match was chef's kiss. Like if anybody likes tag team wrestling, highly recommend you watch that match. And then I will alley-oop this to the phenomenal Catalyst now.
Well, my number 4 is the same as Kyrie's. It was like everybody says, high stick match. I love the Swerve Strickland entrance with JoJo singing, leading right into his theme song. Brings back his past wrestling at way back when he used to enter in Shaka Khan in his brief young career. I especially love Will Ospreay entrance. Will Ospreay, for sure, he's better. I mentioned before, he's better at promoting Assassin's Creed far better than the game always ever will be. Great chemistry in the ring, great sequence. Like y'all said, we get destroyers, we get BT triggers. The match, that match was good, yeah, but it's better than that. Will Ospreay and the Swerve can put on one hang of a bang with anybody. But yeah, what about you, Marie?
including each other.
Huh?
Honestly, in a way, number 4, that was actually my number 4. That was actually my number 4 because it was like when I watched the match last year, like before, like the story. It's basically telling the story of how everything was at stake. Championship opportunity was at stake. You talk about a higher up position at stake. Like I said, like one of the highlights for me during that tag team match was definitely the Canadian Destroyers. Oh my gosh. When I say that match had me at the edge of my seat, it had me at the edge of my seat. It was such a really good match, which resulted in, of course, the Bucks losing their EVP status, and of course, Ospreay and Swerve keeping their title opportunity, their shots at title opportunities, which was that was a good match though. That was number 4 for me. Being that the stakes were high in this match, championship opportunity, and we want to say, I don't know how to put this, corporate status was at stake. Yeah.
Yeah, that the EVP status storyline was pretty fun too.
It was.
The MJFs, the Young Bucks are easily hateable people in wrestling, so
They are
making them the heels that they were definitely worked. With this, my number 4 actually is going not be the tag team match. Surprise.
Are we at number 3 already? Or 4 still?
This is number 4. Before I say my number 4, I do want to sidetrack and say, like I was saying, if there are any fans who have never watched All In and are thinking about it, please do. AEW is on fire. I know I sound like Triple H right now. WWE is on fire right now. AEW literally is. Please watch it. You won't regret it. With that being said, if you need some people to watch it with, we'll be here. We'll be here on Sunday. We're gonna try and put together a watch party on Sunday for all. To be determined. More will be coming out on social media about that throughout the week. But with that being said, my number 4 takes us back to 2024. And it is Mr. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Ospreay for the International Championship.
Oh,
Great match.
that was a
So
good
to preface this, this isn't even the best match of their rivalry. Their best match of the rivalry happened at the 5-year anniversary of Dynamite, where they went 59 minutes and 58 seconds. They had a 60-minute time limit, and they pulled off 59-58. That is insanity.
Yeah.
Not only that, Will Ospreay going through the whole hesitation of using the Tiger Driver because of his match at Dynasty with Bryan Danielson, and just having to overcome that. It was wonderful. It was great storytelling. Ultimately, finally leading to Will using that Tiger Driver and winning. He won the international title in his home country, which MJF was mad hilarious during this match, coming out all stars and stripes, changed the international title to have an American flag on the front of it. It was great. But this match was Will Ospreay can put on a 5-star class with anybody, and MJF is the perfect. He was the perfect heel to lose this moment. So
It's my Billy.
that
Goat.
is my the Billy Goat, the Billy Billy.
Billy
Hey,
Goat.
real quick. TNA Lockdown just finished. Nick and Ryan Nemeth just defeated the Hardys for the tag team titles. Leon Slater comes out and he put in his option C option. He is
Oh my God! Are
and
you
Mount
kidding
Glory
me?
for the world title.
LOL TNA.
Yeah, so we Bound for Glory. We are getting Leon Slater versus Nick Nemeth for the world title.
So that lets me know. Okay. Actually, this is actually a smart move. I don't know why I said that. This is actually a smart move because you keep Leon's record, which that was the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
If you guys erased that, I would have ripped you guys apart before we even started this countdown. But the other thing is that lets me know Leon is definitely leaving. Because he's going to cash in his opportunity, and I think Nemeth is going to beat him.
He's leaving on good terms too, though.
Yeah, he's leaving on good terms, which is good as well.
I'm glad TNA still uses that option C.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I just wanted to let y'all know that, but all right.
I'm glad they still use that. That's cool.
Right. Yeah.
Did John Cena
All right.
No, John Cena's not coming out. We don't want to see John Cena.
Oh gosh. Here we go with this.
No. John Cena will never make an appearance in a wrestling ring that does not have a WWE logo.
That's true.
No.
That is true.
Even if he did, he wouldn't stand a chance in AEW.
Will Ospreay hit him with a hidden
embarrass
ring.
him. Ospreay will embarrass Cena. Cena
The
will
scary
last 10 minutes in the AEW ring. Non-wrestling tell you got
the scary
real
part is
wrestlers.
that's actually facts.
You have real
That's
wrestlers
facts.
in AEW. Cena is not a wrestler. He is not
Hey,
a
man.
wrestler.
Jasmine, we need you.
Jasmine, where you at, girl?
Yeah,
He got me
no,
started
no,
in these comments. I was chilling. I was
You ain't been
chilling.
this loud all night.
I was chilling. Jesus. Anyway, whoop. Kenny, it's your turn. We'll be on
man.
number 3, right?
Yeah. Okay. My number 3 is another Tony Storm match. This one, Tony versus Mariah May. From the heel turn to how the fuse, from the story from the beginning to the heel, to the trust that was established, to the heel turn, to the rivalry, to the match, and then the match itself. Absolutely freaking beautiful. Not only that, we also got to talk about probably my favorite part of the match when Mariah May legitimately slapped her own mother.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Wild.
Insanity.
Mhm.
Like, that's when you knew she was like on a whole. And it also makes you like frustrated what's going on with her now. But that's a different topic for a different day.
See my under my caption. Yeah. Glamorous forever.
Yeah.
And Kenny, just to interject a little bit, I was going to say, that's not even their best match against each other.
What's not?
Mm-mm.
We'll talk about that when we do a Revolution show.
Exactly. So you already know, ball.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yep. There will be will be talk of a Hollywood ending in the future.
Yeah.
Timeless Tony Storm.
And we also got to talk about that promo before that
Oh
actually
yeah.
happened.
Ooh,
Yep.
I'm gonna rip the tits off.
Oh, not that one. That one's good, but it's the one before that.
How many times has she
one-
said that though?
A bunch of times. The part where she tells you, she said, death is too good for you. I sentence you to a life of mediocrity. That's all I gotta say. And we'll talk about that when that episode comes out.
Yes, sir.
It's your turn, Arsenio. What's your match?
My number 3, FTR versus the Young Bucks. The tag team titles. I want to say that was 23.
How about that one?
That was 23.
Yeah,
23 was those two. 24 was them and the Acclaim.
Yeah. So yeah, FTR versus the Young Bucks. Ooh, you want to talk about tag team wrestling? Man, what a match! Them two went at it, man. Great match. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, FTR won that match. Yeah, they hit that shadow machine. It was ball game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and they also did the BTE trigger too, which was crazy. But yeah, FTR and the Young Bucks. That's my number 3. Mr. Wrestling Race Bader, your turn.
Okay. My number 3 match is Will Ospreay versus MJF All In 2024. MJF defeated Will Ospreay for the International Championship, renamed it the American Championship, giving Ospreay even more motivation to get his back in blood and reclaim it in front of his home country fans. The Wembley match was an athletic war. Like, it just went crazy. And shout out to Will Ospreay for that Assassin's Creed style entrance that he had.
Dope.
Before, yeah, like, as a big Assassin's Creed fan, I'm like, you got brownie points for me. That's what I said.
That joke was crazy.
Yeah. And the fact that his finisher is called the Hidden Blade, just like being an Assassin's Creed fan, you just like it just hits different. But if anybody never seen the match before All In 2024, I highly recommend watching that. Their match on Dynamite, it went for an hour. Lots of moments and lots of athletic feats in that match. And this match, their rematch was no different. And like Max said earlier, the Ospreay struggling with doing the Tiger Driver, it was just like added to the drama.
Yeah.
And for somebody like MJF, who is not afraid to go that extra mile, Ospreay had to meet him at his level in this match, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And also, it was in Ospreay's home country. He got his moment, and in my opinion, he's gonna have another moment too next week.
I can't wait, man.
Yep. All right, now Ali, this is the phenomenal catalyst.
All right. Just like your number 4, mine's the same as number 3. Will Ospreay versus MJF for the AEW American title, which eventually became again the AEW International Championship after Will Ospreay won. Like y'all mentioned, we have him not using the move that he's scared to hurt somebody with again, overcoming his fear. Will Ospreay and MJF, they got good chemistry in the ring, and they put one hell of a banger on. The one part y'all forgot about is this. There was part of the match where Dan Garcia came out there and distracted MJF, helping him win the title. And like y'all mentioned, Will Ospreay entrance with Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
Will Ospreay, when it comes to All In, he's a master of of entrances at AEW All In. The way I see it, he be setting up his pyro, setting up his ideas. He be trying to put best interest in his home country together for real. But match was great. Wasn't the best one like Mac presented. The best one was on a Dynamite, but they put on one hell of a match in his hometown where he overcome his demons, won the title back, and made it to the original state as the AEW International Championship. And like Race Baton said, Wrestling Race Baton, his biggest accomplishment is being next week. Mark our words. What about you, Marie?
August
For me,
23rd.
I'm gonna have to go All In 2025 Mercedes Monet versus Timeless Tony Storm. When I think of this match, like this was around the time Mercedes was a belt collector. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
She was a belt
Yeah.
collector at this
Yep.
time, which was phenomenal. She was winning like belt after belt from different promotions, belt after belt. Now, when it was time to go after the build, when I say the build, I definitely enjoyed as much as I enjoyed her, Tony Storm and Mariah May's feud. I definitely enjoyed Mercedes Monet and Times Tony Storm's championship match at All In 2025. Not only Mercedes was a belt collector, the promo, especially with the promos they've been cutting. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Not even that. There was something that I wanted to touch on. I wanted to touch on. Let me pull up my notes. So where was it? Wait, where is sorry guys.
You're good. You're good.
Wait, to me, it was just like not only this was a moment where Mercedes Monet got her first loss.
Mm-hmm.
Because she hasn't lost since. When was it? I forgot when it was. What was the last time
She had
She
not
lost
lost
to
in
Willow
AEW
in
yet.
that tournament for the New Japan Strong Openweight Champions, Women's Openweight Championship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this was not only to me in my top three because Tony Storm gave her first loss.
Yep.
This is why I have this at number 3, and this was like during the time that Mercedes was a belt collector, and of course, Tony Storm, one of my favorite title reigns. This is one of my favorite title reigns. Tony Storm as champion. She had to be one of my favorite title reigns. Besides Tekla, Tony Storm is actually one of my top favorite women's title reigns. So, yeah.
I was gonna say I think Tony Storm has the best gimmick in AEW thus far.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it gives old Hollywood, like old Hollywood.
Right.
Like the short curly hair, the red lipstick, the black, the black and white. Yeah, the black and white entrance. I'm like that's ever since I know it's off top, but ever since Tony Storm came into that company, AEW, she's transformed a lot into the star she is today. Shout out Tony Storm. Come back, please.
Shout out Tony.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think after this loss against Tony Storm, that was the start of her losing the belt.
Actually, I don't think that was the start. I think it was when she lost no. Was it when she lost to Statlander?
Was it Statlander or Willow?
It
was Statlander because Statlander fought Mercedes at Full Gear, and she lost that match. And I remember she was starting to lose belt after belt after that.
And then she lost one of her belts to Alex Windsor.
She might have lost like a couple belts before then, but I just remember when she lost to Statlander, that's when she started like losing belts.
Yeah. She lost that one
Yeah.
belt. Was to Windsor.
Yeah, the strong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which she still has.
Yeah, in my
Windsor?
eyes,
Alex Windsor.
Yeah, she still has that belt.
Windsor
She
will
still
be
can.
right. So yeah, in my eyes, besides what Kenny said, I believe also what helped initiate this reign of her losing the championship was her failing to win and claim the AEW Women's Championship. It helped initiate this, which eventually lead to after her losing one more match to you said Willow, right? After losing to Willow, this helped start the demise of Mercedes, which I believe humbled her.
I said
Which
the loss to
eventually,
Statlander started the demise. The loss to Willow kind of solidified it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Oh, it's your turn. Wait, Max, your turn.
yeah, Mac, what you think? What's your number?
What's your number 3?
Oh, I have to interrupt the broadcast again. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay.
There is some breaking news coming out. The NFL.
What's the breaking news?
Ashton Genty has tore his ACL in practice.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Good thing I didn't draft him in fantasy.
Oh.
So
Get well soon, Ashton.
Get well soon, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's just
Wish you a successful recovery.
So he is most likely done for the year.
Yeah.
So if anybody has a fantasy draft tonight, do not draft him.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Do not do
And it's crazy because I had eyes on him too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he really impressed last season, but
Now he
Yeah,
is
before
going
we
to
move on,
sit in my injured reserve slot.
oh, you were the one that drafted Genty?
I have.
Let me look at my teams.
I have.
yeah, but Mac, what's your number 3?
Okay.
My number 3 match has already been talked about. It is Timeless Storm versus Mariah May at All In 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I had to bring that news in. That's huge.
That is.
Yes.
You're still recovering from it. I could tell.
Well, it happened today. It just happened.
Yeah.
Wishing Genty a speedy recovery.
Yep.
Like
We're wishing Las Vegas a speedy recovery. They just lost their best player for the year.
now that one's gonna be a little difficult. Wishing Las Vegas Raiders a speedy recovery. They've been recovering for years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh my.
Nah.
Welcome to the ADHD podcast, everybody, where we get sidetracked on everything on the internet.
Right.
I'm winning over $200 in Vegas, so shout out Vegas.
There you go. Vegas is a fun place. If you've never gone to Vegas, go.
P.S. I
Not
never.
just
I
for
went
the
earlier this
gambling.
year, so
Not just for the gambling. It's a fun place. So,
P.S.
outside of all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
It is.
But my number 3 is Toni Storm versus Mariah May. So, Mr. Kenny,
All right.
we're on to your silver medal. Number 2.
My silver medal, Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. Bro.
I already
We
have.
think the final countdown match.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'll say my favorite part though is when literally Bryan Danielson hit Swerve with the psycho knee and he no-sold it. Like it was nothing to him.
That's crazy that you got that as a.
Well, my number one was also talked about, and I'll get to why I have that as my number one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the
But-
final countdown. Wembley Stadium, the final countdown, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's your number two, Arsenio?
Number 2 for me, already been talked about, Osprey versus MJF.
Ah.
And this was a time that MJF was still growing on me. I like him, but like the thing that gets me about his matches, he pays too much attention to the crowd. I'd be like, wrestle, leave the crowd alone, wrestle. But he put on good matches.
Yeah.
He's
Shout
right
out,
with
Maxwell
the
Jacob. Shout out Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
right. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
my Billy Goat was going through a rough time at that moment. You know, struggling to get back to who he was with the Tiger Drive and everything after putting the move on Bryan Danielson and hurting him. You know, he didn't want to use it no more, but he needed to use it to beat MJF. And I was glad that he was able to overcome and use that move and win that match. One of my favorite matches by him. It's a very good match. And always with the entrances, man. Will Ospreay know how to come through with the entrances, man.
He gonna cook this year.
Oh,
sure.
Oh my God! Next Sunday. Oh my God!
sure,
John,
yeah.
hey, look, John Cena wish he could do entrances as good as.
Oh my
Jasmine, where are you?
I mean,
Jasmine.
True.
Cena wish he could do an entrance like Ospreay, man. he wish he could. He wish he could do any. Cena can't even lace Osprey's boots, bro.
What about
Yo, Jasmine, where are you?
Yeah, he can't even
Drove Ford Mustang
he
to
can't
the
even
ring. That was
lace
pretty
his
lit.
boots. He's not touching that man in the ring, bro. Well, anyway, that's my rant for the day. Mr. Wrestling Rage Bader, what you got, bro?
My number 2 favorite match in All In is Hangman Page versus Moxley at All In 2025. Like, this
This match, insane.
Just to give y'all a little bit of backstory. In 2025, even though I like Mox, even though I like the Death Riders, they were really oversaturating everything in AEW at that time. Like, y'all want to talk about Triple H's reign of terror? Y'all want to talk about TNA?
Mac, pull up the comment. Do sidetrack. Pull up Jasmine's comment.
Man.
You know what, Jasmine? Let's see.
Can we kick her out already? Can we kick her out?
Damn.
No, we love her too much. Nope.
She got to go. She got to go.
No.
But back to what I was saying, they were running Rub Shot, and much as I respect the talent within that group, it was time for Mox's reign to come to an end. And Hangman's momentum ever since the Swerve feud the year before, like he completely rebuilt himself during his career. And the match was just like one of the most brutal matches I've ever seen, especially that buckshot lariat onto the board of nails like that is etched in my mind. But speaking of Swerve Strickland, though, the moment that really got me was Swerve helping Hangman help him retain. Like, after all they've been through together, after having AEW's best rivalry of the year in 2024, after Hangman burning this man's house down.
Bro, that was crazy.
Insane.
We're definitely going to be doing the all-out matches.
We're stalking this man's family. Like, amazing moment.
It got crazy.
Yeah. But, yeah. And Hangman got as much as their moment, 2-time AEW champion. Like, it was a good way to send the crowd home happy. But that is my number 2 reason. My number
By
2.
the way, that was the first time in almost 30 years Texas got to see a Cowboy win a championship.
Oh, that's a good one, Kenny. Yes.
Fuck the Dallas Cowboys.
My God.
That's too funny.
Hey,
NFL season starting soon.
Yes.
you know what? Kenny? A Cowboys fan is gonna come in here. They're gonna get mad, throw you off the bridge, and then you're going to proceed to be intercepted and returned back for a touchdown.
Take the Cowboys back.
Oh
Return to sender.
Nah,
Return
it's
to sender. Return
Nah.
to sender.
He's not even
Nah,
from
it's
Dallas.
okay.
He's funny. He's not even from Texas.
It's okay. You're gonna show up, and Jerry Jones is gonna think you don't look good enough to be on the team and trade you.
Wow.
Crazy. Here at the Internet Screwjobs, we're still making our channel, so we're looking to branch out and do other things besides wrestling. NFL content as the season starts is one of those ideas that is floating around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we are on to Mr. Arsenio.
No, wait. Who's
No, we're on
No,
to,
Dennis.
we're on to Mr. Dennis.
Yeah, it's
Mr.
my turn.
Dennis, you're a silver medal, sir.
Oh, Brian Danielson versus Swerve, the
Wow.
AEW champion. Because number one, the entrance of Final Countdown intro. Number two, we have the iconic title versus career where Brian Danielson said, "If I can't win the AEW World Championship, I don't need to be here." Yeah, the match was great. Brian Danielson and Swerve put on a banger. We saw how Brian Danielson, the heart of AEW and WWE, took a Swerve stomp, 2 house calls, and still kick out at 2. And like I mentioned before, this man got hit with a running knee. He dusted off, hit a house call, and he gave a jam up driver, and still kick out at 2. Then proceed to he was going for that was a move name when he flip up and he was flipping up for a flatliner. He got caught mid arm landing, hit with a running knee, another running knee, and he got hit with the yes lock. Proceed to win and become new champion. Not to mention that his wife and baby girl was in the crowd, watched him wrestle. So it was good. I put that as number 2 because Dan Bryan got his moment and right in front of his wife and his kids and gave him a good title reign just to end his career eventually. Yeah. What about you, Marie?
Well, my silver medal, of course, goes to Hangman versus Mox, All In 2025 Texas. For me, I put this at a silver medal. Don't get me wrong. This was a good match. That was a good match. Okay, that was a good match. But to me, with this, I put this at number 2 as a silver medal. Not only with this match, this told the story of Hangman's redemption. Hangman trying to redeem himself. And you had not one of the highlights of this match was not only making Moxley tap. He used that chain. He hit the buckshot lariat. Then he used the chain again. He had Moxley hanging over the ropes and had Mox tap out. Now, and plus, this was the return of the one and only Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
And another shocker, Swerve helping Hangman with this match, win this match.
Preach.
Yep.
After Hangman,
This was like, to me, I give the, and because this to me is a silver medal. It's up there in one of the top All In matches in history, AEW history, because it's like it told the redemption story of Hangman, like the redemption of Hangman. Like Kenny said, Cowboys won a championship outside, like you said, in Texas.
After Hangman's drunk swerves
Like
one of their matches.
But I have this at number 2 because it was like the storytelling and the violence. Like that match right there was gory. You want to talk about gory? That Texas death match was gory. And the crowd and the finish. But like I said, this is number 2 for me.
John Moxley literally got choked out,
Right.
hanging by the neck with a chain. Like, that man's done some crazy stunts, but that is the ones that takes the cake.
Yeah.
No, when he tried to drown Darby Allin in the fish
That
tank,
too.
that was insane.
Yo,
Or when he took the suplex on Spot.
Oh, ooh! I still remember the ref trying to pull that off of him.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was.
Your turn, Mac.
All right. Well,
Your
silver medal. My silver medal is Timeless Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné at All In 2025. This match, arguably, can be booked as the greatest women's wrestling match ever. It's up there. Two of the best women's wrestlers on this planet, two of the best storytellers, two of the best wrestling minds putting their heads together and saying, how can we make the best match? And they did. Whether you like her or not, Mercedes Moné has a mind for this business. She knows what's needed, as does Tony Storm. And
that's true.
Yes.
They both figured that the best thing right now at that time was for Mercedes Moné to lose to Tony Storm, which she did. Mercedes got her coochie.
Why did you say that?
Because she did.
We're kidding.
We're definitely kidding. Trust me, we are definitely kidding.
That did happen in that match, though. It was funny. It was pretty funny. But jokes aside, these two have tremendous ring chemistry. I hope they run it back eventually once Tony Storm gets back. Whether it's for the title, whether it's not, this was just kiss all around. I would say if there's a person who wants to learn professional wrestling and has enough time to watch it, I would show them that match and say, this is why I watch what I watch.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it is time. We've gone.
Gold medal.
We have gone honorable mentions, and we have gone numbers 4-1, 4-2. It's time for the gold medal performance. What is the best match in AEW All In history? All In history, I should say. So, Mr. Kenny, we're gonna start with you. What is your gold medal, sir?
It's been brought up quite a few times. Hangman versus Mox. Here's the reason why I have this at my number one. So I did not like. First off, this was around the time when Mox was kind of like getting on my nerves, and I kind of just wanted him to take a break, just for a while, just for a little while. Bro, they had him win the championship from Danielson, which I was just like, oh my god, are we really gonna do another title reign with this guy? And don't get it twisted, the first half of the Death Riders was not that good. Oh my god.
I agree.
The first half was not that good. In I think the rock bottom part to me was Cope versus Mox at Revolution. That to me was just rock bottom for the company. I would say especially for the world title
Right.
at that time. And I was really hoping they were gonna give it to Christian, because I was just like, please just get this belt off of him real quick. But they had Christian get pinned, and I was just like, oh my. As you know, he passed out. I forgot he passed.
Yeah, he choked him out in front of Cope.
Yeah, he choked him out. That's what happened. My bad. I mean, the Swerve match was bad, but I knew Swerve was not going to win. But that also made me feel like, oh my god, we're really going to wait until Darby Allin is done climbing this mountain for him to lose the belt. I'm like, oh my god. And so when we got the Double or Nothing, the Anarchy Arena match, we also that is still that's probably my favorite Anarchy Arena match. But we got to the Hangman and Ospreay match, and there's a little insight about this match that was told from what was going on backstage. When Tony went to Ospreay and asked him, "Who do you think should win?" He said, "Hangman." Hangman goes, so Tony asks, Hangman, who do you think should win? He says Ospreay. Guess who so he goes to John Moxley and asks, who do you think should win? And Moxley said Hangman. And that's how that's how that went down. And I do agree, like his redemption story from burning down Swerve's house to basically just becoming this unhinged demon to end up almost paralyzing, actually retiring Christopher Daniels, being basically like his "what have I done" moment, and then him kind of working through that as a person, and then him winning the Owen Hart tournament. And then him also getting his moment at that time, and I'm just happy that actually just, like, they just got the belt off of Moxley at that time. And then of course, Darby coming back, which was fantastic. And then we haven't even talked about this part. When Ospreay first came out to try to help him out, it got freaking just destroyed.
Oh yeah, that was oof. Just thinking about that gives me chills.
Yeah, it's just So, and then him getting choked, and then Moxley getting choked out by Hangman the same way he got choked out in their last Texas Death match. It was just poetic.
Yeah,
It really was. All right, Mr. Arsenio, gold medal.
My gold medal match is coming. It was mentioned earlier. I want to say in somebody honorable mention, but we are going back to the very first All In
Wow.
in 2018. Kenny Omega versus Pentagon Jr. Just one of the most perfect wrestling matches you will ever watch, man. Both of them guys was cooking. And I mean cooking.
Shout
Penta
out
eating
to
V triggers, Penny eating super kicks. Like that match was just insane. And if you are a real fan of professional wrestling, you need to watch that match. Please, if you haven't watched that match, please look it up. It's on YouTube. They got the whole match on YouTube. I watched that match again today. That match was amazing. Amazing. The physicality, the moves, the defense, everything, the striking, like everything in that match was just perfect. That is one of the most perfect wrestling matches you will ever watch. And that's my gold medal match for All In.
All right. Um, I think Mr. Wrestling Rage Bader step away for a minute. So we will.
All right, my number one is same as Kenny, John Moxley versus Hangman. All right, the stage is set. We haven't seen the world title for a long time since Mox won the title, and leading up to that match, we have Hangman and we have Will Ospreay meeting in the ring, and we have Swerve in the ring, and we know Hangman and Swerve don't get along because everything they did in the past, burn the house down, stalking the family members. So this match is Texas Death Match in Texas, and like Kenny said, it's the closest the Cowboys ever won a Super Bowl. Closest time we will get to get one. He won the title, so we get glass, we get tables. We the match go on. We have the Death Fighters intervening. One of my favorite part of the match, Maurice Shafir goes to a table, which I enjoy that part. We have we have Darby returning. Well, the part we need to talk about Will Ospreay coming to try to save him just to get written off of TV and come back stronger than possible. That's what Will Ospreay got right now. We also got the Young Bucks, eh, BT triggering Hangman, and we have a curb stomp and a paradigm shift on to a nail platform where it's gruesome. Eventually, the match ends. Swerve coming to chain and help out help out Hangman, which I ain't see coming. Leads to Hangman buckshot lariat and Moxley with the chain and choking him out. It's my number one because, like y'all said before, story of redemption arc. Hangman trying to get the world title back again, and the reign of terror that Mox had is finally over with, and Hangman deserved this spot, Lee, and everything that went on this match. But what about you, Murray?
Oh, I'm back.
yeah, okay. So
What about you?
my gold medal and drum roll, please. Swerve versus Danielson at All In 2024. For me, I have to say this is one of the best matches in AEW history. And All In. For me, like this to me, this match stands out a lot. Cause I don't know if y'all remember it's the way the storytelling is. It was like Danielson's career and Swerve's championship.
Mm-hmm.
Not only family got involved. Y'all remember this iconic line that Swerve said, if this is your last match, I'm going to make sure you remember me. Oh my gosh. When you talk about this match, this overall match, promos, oh my gosh. It's like, because Swerve, this was Swerve's first time facing Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
First time. That's what makes it so iconic. Swerve facing Danielson, one of the greatest one of the best in-ring workers. Danielson's one, like, there's no questions argument. Danielson's one of the greatest in-ring workers. Besides Shawn Michaels being number one of the greatest in-ring workers.
That's the GOAT.
Yeah. But back to where I was at. So it was like, not even one of the highlights of it, of course, the return of Hangman. Which gave Danielson the advantage. The crazy thing was the way it transitioned. And it transitioned into the rings of Saturn. The rings of Saturn. He went from the yes lock, but with the transition to it, whoa. He had his whole family there. Like that's, to me, one of the greatest. This is why it's my number one gold medal match. Cause it was just like, it was basically summing up, can Bryan Danielson save his career? And can Swerve, who was the better wrestler at that point?
Yeah.
And it was just the promo battle. It was just, but I just felt like that line during that feud was Swerve saying what I said it before. If this is your last match, I'm gonna say it again. If this is your last match, I'm going to make sure you remember me.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most iconic lines from Swerve. Because Swerve basically wanted to, you know what? What's the word I'm looking for with Swerve? What he wanted to do to Danielson? Like, what's the word that I'm looking for? To sum it up, he wanted to break Danielson down.
Yeah.
Just to put it all that. But overall, that is my number one gold medal match. All In 2024. Swerve versus Bryan Danielson. Your turn, Matt.
No, it isn't. Mr. Wrestling Radio.
Oh, wrestling. Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
So we're gonna jump back to Kyrie before we go to me.
Okay.
My number one favorite match in AEW All In history is Swerve versus Bryan Danielson at All In 2024. And the stakes meant everything in this match. That's my favorite part of the match. Like, if Bryan Danielson loses, he retires, and it was highly speculated at the time that his career was coming to an end. So
yeah,
you really didn't know what was going to happen. And then just the match was fantastic. I liked the brutality from Swerve. I liked how whenever Bryan Danielson would get like messed up, it would go to his wife, Brie Bella, and she would just have this look on his face, and Swerve was just basically like, just letting her know, yeah, I'm doing this to your husband.
Mm-hmm.
But match is fantastic. I expected nothing less from these two. These two got a 5-star banger with anybody. Two of the most talented wrestlers in the world that you'll see. And I don't know if y'all know this fact or not, but Bryan Danielson is the only wrestler to win a championship in the main event of WWE's biggest show and in AEW's biggest show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just a little fun fact right there. But yeah, that's my number one pick.
Yes. Bryan Danielson has been touted as the best wrestler in the world for many years. He's one of the best wrestlers of all time in ring.
Mount Rushmore.
He's put on, in the words of another legend, not at that status, but of another legend, banger after banger after banger after banger after banger.
And he's a vegan, so no burgers.
Right.
Wait, that took me a second. Drew McIntyre, we hope you come back soon. But Bryan Danielson and Swerve Strickland had excellent chemistry that night. That afternoon, they could not miss.
Yeah.
Now, when I watched this, yes, this is my gold medal as well. When I first watching All In 2024, we're gonna backtrack a little bit because I thought that man Adam Page should have won the Casino Gauntlet that day.
Right.
Because I thought that All In was going to be Danielson's final day.
Same.
Turned out it wasn't. I thought Hangman Adam Page was going to win the Casino Gauntlet. Danielson was going to win the title. And lose due to cash in right then and there. That did not happen. Hindsight is 2020. I'm very glad that did not happen because Danielson got his retirement tour. Yeah, it did not end the way we thought it was going to end, but it was still very cool seeing Bryan Danielson win the one title that he said was eluding him his entire career at AEW World Championship. And he put on some good title defenses. His match against Jerry very good. Like he had some decent title defenses before. But Swerve and Danielson is my number one as well. That 2024 All In was special.
It was super special.
I mean, in my opinion, that was the best All In so far. Every match on that was good.
Yeah.
Every meant something. The Wembley was just hot. But those are our lists, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, because it's All In week, a lot of our content this week is going to be focused around All In because we love AEW around here.
Yeah.
As well as WWE.
Mm-hmm.
We love wrestling as a whole.
Yeah.
Before we go, I am actually ask y'all what has been y'all's favorite All In so far. So we're gonna start with Mr. Kenny. All show.
Honestly, I just have to say I think it's 2025 for me. because it was one of the it was a necessary it really was the show that brought in a new era for AEW.
All right. Arsenio.
Best All In show. I'll say I'll go between 2018 and maybe 2024. Would be my favorite two.
All right.
So yeah.
Mr. Wrestling Rage Baiter. All in. So far.
2025 for me as well. So many great matches. Mercedes and Tony Storm, the aforementioned Moxley Hangman match, Young Bucks versus Swerve and Osprey. Like, show just couldn't miss.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like, it was a thing of beauty.
Mr. Dennis, favorite All In of all time. 25.
25.
All right. And lastly, Miss Marie, favorite All In of all time so far.
Oh my gosh. This has had to be the hardest decision I have to make. For
Not a
me,
long list.
yeah, it's hard because it's like I'm stuck between 2024 and 2025. But I'm gonna have to lean 2025. No, not 2024. 2024, just because of Swerve and Danielson. Cause that was a banger. That was the banger. Don't get me wrong. 2025 was really good. But 2024, Swerve versus Danielson. Amazing.
It was. I think the build up to All In 2025 was way better than the build All In 2024.
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a whole,
Yeah.
the show as a whole, 2024 was better.
Mm-hmm.
But folks, anybody else have any thoughts? Anything they would like to add? Anybody going in the bitch note or anything?
Not today.
Not today. TNA, y'all almost went in the bitch note. Y'all almost went into bitch jail. You, Carlos Silva.
Yeah.
I don't
This
care.
freaking close.
This close.
The Raiders turf for in-drink Ashton Genty. That goes in the note.
They
Fair.
almost wanted
That
to
goes
push
in
for
the-
Chad Allen.
Yeah, we'll put the Las Vegas Raiders practice facility in the bitch note. But folks, that's gonna do it for this episode of the podcast, at least. Like I said earlier in the show, there's more content to come this week. Stay on the lookout. Like, subscribe. If y'all have any ideas or anybody you think we should get on here, or if you want to be on it,
Right.
please do reach out. Let us know.
Right.
Yeah,
This has been another job by the Screw Crew on the internet.
Mhm.
With that being said, we'll see y'all next time. Have a great one, guys.
You too. Bye, guys.